leg side, flicked away. Deep mid wicket there. Can he cut that off? It looks like a brilliant attempt in the field there. It's definitely saved a couple of runs for his team. It might be referred to the TV umpire. It looks like it might just be referred to the TV umpire. Might be 2 runs, 4 runs. Nonetheless, Afghanistan are off the mark. We'll have a look at that there. Tough call there.
Yeah, very tough. A delicate, gentle touch from Gurbaz. And we have to wait and see if there's a boundary or he saves some runs for the team. What a commitment. Looks to me a save, not maybe boundary, because if you see the better angle from the other side, it might be clear, is it a boundary or not?
Yeah, this angle might be helpful there for the TV umpires. At that point of time, no connection with the boundary, or tough call for the TV umpire, because it's a matter of 2 runs, which also count for a lot in T20 cricket. No runs so far in this over, but there it comes. There comes the first runs. Let's see what the decision from the umpire is. No decision, so that'll be a good fielding effort there. Just 2 runs. Last ball of the over, again flicked away nicely. Single to end the first over. Afghanistan are 3 for no loss.
Next one, please. No problem, sir. Thank you, sir.
Let's have a look at that batting card there. Gurbaz, Ghani, Najibullah, Afghan, Nabi, Neb, Janat, Kes to follow. A powerful, mighty batting unit of Afghanistan. 103 for no loss. Bowling change is Barry McCarthy. The right arm medium pacer. 10th match, just 10 wickets for him. The best of 4 for 33. And economy of 11.57. Hamid just getting surprised with that. Not the best economy rate there. And thus he was not seen in the first 2 T20s. And that's a good running between the wicket. Nice, played with soft hands. Quick early call, getting the run.
One thing I have noticed in Afghanistan batting, especially in the last 3 T20s, the running between the wicket is absolutely improved. They give some wickets to run out, but the thing is, the combination and the call of the timing is perfect. And I see Asghar Afghan in the last game with Nabi. They were absolutely brilliant in running. In T20 cricket, running between the wicket is most important. If you take one quick runs in a circle, it will put pressure on the opposite side. And that's why Ireland should note that the running between the wicketer from the Afghanistan side was really good now. So Lance Klusner have maybe helped a lot, because I've been with team for many years and I'm watching them, and this is the first time I've seen Afghanistan side. They've been excellent in running between the wicket.
Oh yes, what an impact a coach can make on the team. How important is running between the wickets in the first early overs. Forget the first early overs. Throughout the entire innings, the fours, if they dry up, the sixes are not coming. Always important to get those 1s and 2s. Keep rotating the strike. Don't let the bowler to settle in. Keep some pressure on the fielders as well. You can perhaps steal the overthrows by putting some pressure on the fielders. Misfield errors can be forced upon. Always important to be very quick with those singles. Off the back foot, good connection. Straight to Kevin O'Brien at third man. Another single for Gurbaz.
Yeah, one of his favorite side, Usman Ghani. Very strong on back foot and cut. And he goes score against the same side in the partnership of world record breaking 236 runs from him in Hazrat Zaza. He's not playing today. And McCarthy rushing in. Kitty bowler, good delivery. He went very cross. Gurbaz was looking to find the gap to mid-wicket. Wouldn't be a bad option if you want to hit that ball straight. Might be for the boundary rather than hitting to the mid-wicket. It's taking totally risk. When a bowler who bowl up to ball 135-40 and skitty bowler, it's not an easy shot to hit through mid-wicket.
Absolutely not, and that's his first delivery that he faced. Mind you, Usman Ghani going for the big heave on the leg side. Flicked away by Gurbaz there, and gets the run to end the second over.
Guys, pull the board, lads.
Third over, nicely flighted, invitation accepted into the stands. Maximum, the first big hit of this innings for Afghanistan.
Hello and happy Holi! What a shot! Massive six. And this is the gift from Rahmanullah Gurbaz to Indian fans and Afghani fans into the crowd. A massive shpagiza. This time tossed up delivery. And Gurbaz will not leave this ball to put into the ground. A clean and sweet hit.
Guys,
Yes, he's made his intention very clear in the previous over as well when he went for the big heave on the leg side. Connects this time around and follows the big hit with a single.
very nice, lads, very nice.
Good striking there.
Legs down. Come on.
Riding high on confidence. Tossed up. It's time for Usman now. Deep mid-wicket and long on. The two fielders outside the 30-yard circle on the leg side. Flicked away and good early call. Easy single there.
Yeah, they have plenty of time and it's not much big runs on this kind of surface. And Usman Ghani always play very slow in the start and
Stop,
then
lads.
he get his rhythm
Very
and
good here, guys,
accelerate
very
his
good.
innings really well. On other side, Gurbaz, De Villiers for Afghanistan. This time win big, massive shot. You can see the footwork. He moved his feet and find the gap, and there was a no protection also. A quicker delivery, and he punished really well. Shpagiza, second of the innings for him and also for the Afghanistan scorecard.
He wants to finish the match early, isn't he? The third over already moving on to 20. Having a smile from Paul Sterling in the first slip as well. Have a look at that, just on the leg side, helping it and getting the big hit. Good batting there, yes, without a doubt. The almost similar AB de Villiers shot there. Mr. 360 for Afghanistan.
Guys, are both.
Yeah, sensible stuff there. Last ball of the over. Flicks it to take a single at the end of 3 overs. Afghanistan are 21 for no loss.
Boarding change, right arm more.
3 overs, 21 for no loss. Gurbaz 19 of 14. Ghani 4 balls, he scored 2 runs. There'll be a bowling change on the far end. Coming up is Simi Singh, the right arm off break. 24 matches, 19 wickets, not the best economy rate. 3 for 15 is his T20 international career best. He'll be bowling to Gurbaz, who's in a mood of clearing the fence. Once again, two fielders outside the 30-yard circle, deep mid-wicket and a long on with the off spin. The Irish captain Balbirnie will be expecting Gurbaz to go on the leg side, and that's when he'll be hoping for Gurbaz to misconnect a one. Hasn't happened so far in this innings. Simi Singh from the far end. Nicely tossed up there. Played with caution.
Respect from the batsman. First delivery. And we will wait what will happen for the next delivery. Oh, this time charge up. Gurbaz is in good mood. You can see Afghanistan dug out. Kareem Jannat will be the next, maybe. Most of the time skipper comes number 3. This time use again his feet, improvise in a boundary. That's a good cricket from Gurbaz. Change the mind of bowler, and you can see straight away he changes pace. And the ball was almost drifting down the leg side, and he just got a little bit age. He got 4 runs.
This is interesting to see, isn't it? Shuffling in the crease just before the ball was delivered, and thus helping it down the leg side for 4 runs. And straight away after the 4 runs, as what we have seen him do throughout the innings, gets the single. Sensible batting there by Rahmanullah Gurbaz.
Yeah, every single day he's improving, and that's the good sign of a good cricketer. Whenever he gets out, you all the time get very emotional. And he used to talk to me that what I have to do. I says, don't worry about what happens in cricket. Just forget and think for the next day. You cannot bring the past. So you have to learn, that's all. And he's learning very quick.
Again shuffling, this time goes over the mid-off region. Has he connected that well? Yes, he has. Gets the big hit, gets the 6 to end the 4th over. Afghanistan 33 for no loss.
Three for no wicket in 4 overs. They need another 110 to win from 96 with 10 wickets in hand. It looks like Afghanistan all the way. Tall buildings and a couple of exciting shots from this fantastic batsman. His father wanted him to become an engineer. He decided to engineer an Afghan win here.
Yeah, tremendous striking, clean hitting as well. That's gone up. The distance is been a good over, the last one. Runs have been coming. More importantly for Afghanistan, they haven't lost a wicket so far. Pressure back on Ireland. They know they have to pick up a few wickets. Josh Little, 20 years old, this is a 17th game for him, 10 wickets. Economy just on the higher side, just above 9. But it's been a good start. Gurbaz 30 of 19, just provide the impetus early in the innings. 1, 4, 3 sixes. That shows the kind of shots they have played. They have taken the attack to the opposition. And you see required run rate is lesser than the current run rate. Less than 7 at the moment.
Gets the thick edge. They got the fielder on the 3rd man boundary. Excellent effort. Great commitment.
Yeah, good effort. That's the effort that's required on the field. Every run is going to be important. Every run they stop. will boost the morale. Back of the hand delivery there. Outside edge, running away. But that's a very good save. Sliding, diving. It's a lush green outfield here in Greater Noida, doing a good job there. Saving a few runs for his side. But the problem here for Ireland also, the winner, is that if you're chasing something in the region of 180 and you know the target is now under 150, it becomes much easier as a batting unit. You can take a bit of time as well. It's intelligent cricket and rotating the strike, batting very sensibly.
Well, this is something that has improved in recent years, especially the running between the wickets since the induction of Lance Klusner as the coach, and now H.D. Ackerman, their batting coach. So this has been a massive improvement in last 1 year or so, one or 2 years or so. The improvement of strike rotation. Earlier they used to believe that it's about hitting boundaries. Even in 2020, you need a strike rotation to take the pressure off your unit.
And the point you were just making, that's good batting, sensible batting. I think exactly how you're going to go about. A lot of support for the Afghanistan side here. This is a home ground for them. People even in the first 2 T20s, they came in large numbers. Today, of course, being a holiday. Again, they have flocked to the ground here. Lovely settings. Just a bit dark. That's the reason the lights are coming on very early here. It's a bit cloudy as well. The past half an hour. Apesh just dropping in front. The skipper out there, Andrew Balbirnie.
Yeah, they like to play shots, plenty of shots. It's not getting it from the center of the blade, just bouncing in front of Balbirnie, so no chance for him to take this catch even with a dive forward. They need wicket. A miraculous catch might turn the things around, but this has already been a very good start. 36 for no wicket. And their betting against the short bowling has also improved. They started with Boyd Rankin in the bowling department to shot the Afghan batsman out, but this has been a much improved performance courtesy H.D. Ackerman, who is the coach, batting coach of Afghanistan. Played for Natal in domestic cricket, scored plenty of runs, more than 10,000 runs in first class cricket, playing the fast bowlers.
Lovely shot, majestic shot, powered away. A 4 to end of the over. 5 overs gone, 40 for no loss. Four bowlers employed for Ireland so far. McCarthy has been economical, bowling 1 over, conceding 3 runs. Denley has been a touch expensive, 2 overs, 18 runs. The problem is the wickets column. They need those wickets. But last ball, previous over, was a fantastic strike there, coming from the meat of the blade. Just see that bat flow as well. Exactly what he was doing, looking very focused. And the ball racing away. Didn't have any opportunity, the fielder at mid-off. Really great timing, sublime timing.
Fantastic talent. Shown at the under-19 level, shown at the Bangladesh Premier League, and now for Afghanistan. That is an elegant shot away from that fielder, and it's going to go away for 4. Boundaries coming galore.
Yeah, he's taken a leaf out of his partner, Ghani. This time just erring down the pad line. Just see the flick of the wrist there. Very nicely done. The margin of error for a bowler is minimal. Just eluding the fielder there at deep square leg. The runs coming up. Afghanistan, they are cashing on. They're using the first 6 overs, the power play overs, to good effect.
Shades of Noor Ali Jadran in that shot. The flick through the onside. Good change in length on that occasion. 2 batsmen who like to hit the cricket ball hard. And this has been a very good entertainment already for Afghan fans, coming in good numbers at neutral venue, but they always attract the fans from various quarters.
Good delivery. Trying to bowl in the Yorker length there. Bowl in the block hole. Just dug away. Will settle for one. Once you get that boundary early in the over, all you have to do is just farm the strike, rotate the strike. Just take those singles. Don't need to try something fancy. The good thing for Afghanistan is they have all the 10 wickets left. Would be a bit worried here. Andrew Balboni, the skipper of Ireland, at least would like to finish the series with a win here. But the problem, the winner I still feel has been the batting, the middle order. I had a chat with Balboni at the time of toss as well, mentioned that issue, the middle order. Even today, if you see a lot of batsmen getting starts, 30s, 20s, that won't really help the team's cause. You need those big runs. At least one batsman getting to 60, 70. You need experienced players like Kevin O'Brien, Paul Sterling to fire up front. Paul Sterling got out early this afternoon. And those are really important phases of a T20 game. Once you get to those 20s converted, you see Gurbaz, the way he's batting now, 36 in quick time. And once a batsman gets to the 70-80 run, the other batsmen always to follow. They feel confident. They know that, yes, one batsman is anchored, one end up, he's getting those runs. So it's much easier. From both the ends, if you're losing wickets, the pressure will be increasing.
And problem for Andrew Balboni is that it's a top-heavy batting unit. There is no experience in the middle order. The Harry Tector is a very good batsman. Lorcan Tucker can bat, but they don't have much experience of playing this spin. That is something that's where they need to work on. Maybe dropping down one of the batsmen down the order. Maybe Kevin O'Brien should bat in the middle order.
Pulls away, and that's in the gap. That's going to race away. End of the power play with the 4 here. The 50 for Afghanistan. 51 without loss. After 6 overs, you can see not big difference as far as runs go, but Afghanistan, they haven't lost a wicket. Ireland at this stage, after 6 overs, they lost 2 wickets.
Umpire Ahmed Shapaktin signalling the end of the first power play, start of the second power play. The captain will have the luxury of protecting the boundaries by spreading the field. 5 fieldsmen on outside the 30-yard circle. They can deploy wherever they want, but they're leaking runs, and that will allow them to take those singles easily, maybe converting singles into twos. 4 boundaries and 3 sixes constitutes 51 of 6 overs. Very expensive, gone for 18 in his 2 overs, so he has been reintroduced from the commentary box end now, from where he bowled the first spell also. This will be slightly different with mid-on up in the circle.
Yeah, more fielders in the deep now because the power play has gone. So coming back straight away after the first 6 overs, after the power play. Ghani will be on strike. Hasn't got much strike so far as compared to Gurbaz. But the problem is both these batsmen, they can take their time here. Last ball, previous over, just see the way he played that one, just swifting across. The key there was the placement, bisecting that gap with a lot of ease and authority.
Squeeze one. Sim, squeeze one.
It was the last ball of the power play as well.
Or is there a wicket? Has that travelled all the way to the skipper there?
Yeah, they aren't celebrating. That means didn't take that one. Did the ball drop short of the fielder? Once again, the skipper out there. Yes, just dropping in front of him. Taking on the first bounce, Balboni.
Airy-fairy shots. All of a sudden he's losing his control here. Concentration. Usman Ghani needs, he needs a conversation from Gurbaz to just settle down a bit. They are already up to a blistering start. There is no need to play those kind of shots.
Quicker delivery.
Brilliant, Gareth. Brilliant.
Just mixing his pace on that occasion. Got to be bowling with the stumps. Can't be giving much room to the batsmen. So far, a good over. 4 dot deliveries.
We haven't seen Maiden in this series so far.
On it again.
Another very good delivery, but he's going to concede a single here.
Fire. Okay, Gareth, okay.
I like the speeds that he's bowling with. He's bowling with the stumps. That should have been fielded. That's the reason he was a bit upset with himself. Once again, bowling with the stumps. He'll pick up a single to end the 7th over. Good over. That one, 53 without loss. Delney, he's been impressive. 3 overs, 20 runs. He hasn't got a wicket. McCarthy bowling 2 overs and 14 runs. They haven't got a wicket so far. 7 overs gone. Afghanistan doing pretty well. 53 without loss. Going to be a change in bowling.
Yeah, you go back.
Going to be Simi Singh once again.
What has been very good for Afghanistan in all the 3 matches, getting 50+ partnership. The opening pair that sets the foundation for bigger things to achieve. Gurbaz, he has started few innings really well, but couldn't convert into something significant. Is on 41 of 26.
Good delivery. Just anticipating that the batsman was coming down the track, just altering his length. Simi Singh, good thinking by the bowler.
Feet, big feet.
Sweeps that one. The wicketkeeper was mentioning about that sweep shot. He was just having a chat with the bowler. He was mentioning about the sweep shot. That's exactly what Gurbaz does. Just see picking up the length. Goes for the big one. Big stride forward. Coming from the toe end of the bat there.
He's one of the batsmen who likes to play sweep shot against even the fast bowlers. So he employs this sweep shot to regular effect all the time, especially when the pressure is on. He uses this shot to release the pressure. Straight to the fielder.
Good stuff here, lads. Good stuff.
Just once again falling the batsman. Playing straight to the fielder at short fine leg. He's taken his time. Ghani so far in this innings. Goes for the big one. That's played in the gap. That's going to be a 4.
A timely boundary for Ghani because he was losing patience, playing a lot of shots at the crease, but this time making connection in the slot. He likes to play the sweep shot and made a fantastic connection, and the placement was very, very efficient to get a boundary. Yes, joy all over there. They are having fun witnessing Afghan onslaught.
Yeah, I like the wrist work in that shot because rubber wrist shown. And that's the reason the placement was really good. That was the leg cutter. Used a lot of bottom hand in the stroke as well. That's the end of the 8th over. 59 for no loss.
Right then, 84 required of 72 now for Afghanistan. 10 wickets in hand. Clear favourites. They're always the better team. 142, Ireland won the toss, decided to bat first. All they could manage was 142 runs. Usman Ghani on strike, batting on 17 of just 20 deliveries. Nicely flighted, nicely tossed up, played with the soft hands. Quick early call, gets the run.
Over here. Nicely tossed up delivery, goes big, goes high. Have you found the fielder? Yes, he has. He's out at the cow corner over there. Gurbaz is a little disappointed with himself. He had laid the foundation.